you a quick tour of some of the new 3D capabilities across the ArcGIS platform. Many of you have great 2D data, like the city of Asheville, North Carolina. Let me show you how you can turn this 2D data into beautiful 3D. In ArcGIS Pro, we have a set of tasks that help you do this. You can take your 2D building footprints that have no height values, combine that with your LiDAR, and the results are 3D extruded buildings. There's also a task that will extract trees from the LiDAR. And that's just the beginning of how you can make your 3D city. Now, this is a simple representation of the data of what is created. And if you want to take your 3D to the next step and add photo texture buildings, with ArcGIS Pro 1.3, you can easily apply textures. You can find rules in the Living Atlas, apply these building facades, and have a more photorealistic view of your city. For those of you who have high-resolution LiDAR, there's an additional set of tasks that will create more detailed buildings that have accurate roof shapes, building heights, and eave heights. And that's how you take 2D and make a 3D map. Now let's take a look at how we can use 3D to visualize analysis. Here's the city's water network. And many cities use water tanks to provide water to your homes. For those of you who use KML files, ArcGIS Pro 1.3 now supports KML files natively. This particular KML file contains a model of our water tank. A water pressure is a function of elevation, and many cities use gravity to deliver water to your homes. We can run an analysis and model the water pressure level that homeowners can expect. And looking at these results, we can see houses that have, in red, that have no pressure, to blue, where they have high pressure. Now, how can you take all of this great content and share it to your organization and your citizens? Well, at ArcGIS Pro 1.3, you can now publish your 3D multi-patches to ArcGIS Online. Now you can open a browser and add that 2D data and 3D data to a web scene, and you've got 3D in a browser, no plug-in required. And this application helps us communicate the water pressure that homeowners and contractors building new homes can expect. And it's easy to configure an application like this using Web App Builder for ArcGIS. Now, some of you are working on global problems, so let's switch to ArcGIS Earth. ArcGIS Earth is a desktop application similar to Google Earth, and it's very easy to visualize your KML data on the globe, like these ocean currents. ArcGIS Earth brings together temporal and real-time KML, web services, and other content into a simple application. When you connect to your organization, you have access to a wealth of information, the ability to search for content and add that to the globe, like this analysis for historic shipping tracks. You also have access to all the base maps and elevation data coming from your organization. Now let's take a trip to Amsterdam and look at some real-time data coming from a KML network link. These flight paths and airplanes are being refreshed every few seconds at Schiphol Airport, along with the noise sensors in the area. Next, let's take a look at a new capability, the support for 3D meshes. This is a school in Abu Dhabi, and these 3D meshes are generated with photogrammetry from oblique imagery collected with drones or manned aircraft. And there are companies that are creating these 3D meshes for large areas of the globe, like Vricon. Zooming in to Yosemite National Park, these 3D meshes beautifully represent the natural features of the valley floor, as well as the majesty of Half Dome. And that's the latest in 3D across the platform. Thank you. Thank you.